everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Huey. Today's video is going to be a tag video and I got tagged by Beauty Meow Kristen. Thank you so much for tagging me in this video. I had so much fun trying to think of a way how to do this because this video is going to be about keeping 4 fragrances for life. So, in my head I'm thinking, well, you know, if all my collection were to magically disappear, like somewhere, and if I were to only, you know, buy, you know, just 4 of them or keep 4 of them for life, then, you know, which one should I pick? Well, you guys, I have like a lot and I do love all of them. They all smell very unique to me, but however, these 4 right here that I have are basically, I would say, the highlights of my life, or the most important, parts of my life. So that is, my main focus on picking just 4 fragrances because I just love them all, you guys. I don't know how you guys can do this tag. It is so difficult to do. But yeah, so, you know, you guys know, if you guys are a fragrance collector, you guys know that you guys probably love all of your fragrances and it's so hard to pick just one. Every one of them has like a different memory of some sort, but these 4 that I have evokes the most powerful memories of my life. Okay, so without me blabbering on, let's get started, okay you guys? So for my first one, I am going to show you Tresor by Lancome. And the reason why I love this fragrance so much is when I first came to America, my mom would have, you know, this one particular perfume that I can, remember smelling. If I smell it, I would definitely remember, and it really brings me back to when I was 2 years old, like, you know, coming, on a plane, coming over here, living in America, and like, trying to learn English and everything like that. So this was the perfume right here. So when I've, grown older to about like maybe 19 years old, for some reason, like that memory kept on evoking in my head, and I wanted to find out what the perfume was, and yeah, like, I didn't know what it was, you guys. Like, I know what it smells like, but I didn't know what it looked like. So I'm like, you know what, I have this mission to go find that perfume. So I don't know, how lucky I got, you guys. I was just in Macy's one day, and I was just like, going around sniffing perfume after perfume after perfume, and then when I got to this one right here, when I smelled it, instantly I knew that it was this one right here. So this one right here really does bring back memories of me, like, coming over from America, from Vietnam, trying to learn English, and just like, trying to like, live a better life here. So that is why I love this fragrance so much. You know what, honestly, like every single Vietnamese people, like on planet Earth, probably has this perfume right here. Because, yeah, this is a really popular perfume amongst the Vietnamese people, their mamas, their daughters, their aunties, their grandmas, their great-great-great-grandmas have this perfume. Every single, when it's a Vietnamese household, probably has this perfume, and it just smells so good, you guys. It is absolutely divine, very feminine, very floral and soft. I absolutely love it. Alright, so let's move on to the next perfume. The next perfume I want to show you is Sensuous by Estee Lauder, and the reason why that this perfume was so important to me is that I used to work for Estee Lauder, and well, I also used to work for Lancome too as well. So I used to work for Estee Lauder, but however, this was the second perfume that I bought, and people would say that this is my signature perfume right here. I wore this throughout college, so this perfume, brings back memory of like, the college life, the college parties, the fun shenanigans that I be having, and then and then working at Estee Lauder, because I remember when I worked at the counter, I would wear Sensuous all the time. It's very sexy, it's very woody, it's very smooth, and it's very sensual, you guys. Like, it's like a very sexy scent. They also have a noir version, but that's discontinued. But this, oh my goodness, you guys, it smells so good. Yeah, so yeah, it just really brings me back to when, like, you know, my first job. Estee Lauder was my first job, and it just gives me, you know, the feeling of, like, you know, earning money, and, like, you know, just, you know, working so hard for something, and then you could buy it. So this really does bring back, you know, to when, like, I'm starting to learn more about life, to learn more about how people earn money, and money doesn't come easy. And so yeah, it just really shaped me into a really, you know, more better person. Because before I used to work for Estee Lauder, like I didn't think I was that good of a person. Like, I was very impatient. I was, you know, a very, like, an angry kid. But like working at Estee Lauder really did build my character to become a better person. So I really owe it to the brand for that, and that's why you see that I love Estee Lauder so much, is that, you know, it's the brand that really shaped my life. Like, you know, I am so thankful that I was able to find out about this brand, use their product, love it, it healed my acne, and then also it built my character into a better person. And also, you know, and also my college life too, because that's when I really learned the most about life and about, you know, friendship, and, like, you know, things come and go, you know, people come into your life as a lesson or a blessing. So pretty much this is what Sensuous by Estee Lauder evoked in my life. Alright, so let's move on to my third one. Is Hypnotic Poison by Dior. And this fragrance right here really also brings me back to the college life, you guys. And it just, like, reminds me of all my friends, and just, like, you know, all the birthday parties that I go to, the college parties that I go to. I mean, like, I wear this all year around, and it just kind of really reminds me of when, like, you know, I you know, used to you know, just, I don't know, like, go to class, waking up early, go to class, go to lab, and just, you know, live that, you know, college life that is not the dorm life, but more so like in the apartment life. So basically living on my own, because Estee Lauder Sensuous right here is during the time frame of when I used to live in dorms, and I, you know, used to live, like, on campus. But moving on to Hypnotic Poison right here, that's when I lived on my own. And, you know, I was like, oh, I need, like, furniture, I need, like, bed, and I need, like, you know, all this stuff. Like, I started to learn that, wow, like, life does not come easy. You really have to really build it upon yourself and, like, you know, make it a home. So yeah, so Hypnotic Poison really does bring me back to my later years of college, when, like, you know, that's when I find out, like, who my true friends are, and, like, you know, who is there for me, you know, like, who to trust, who not to trust, and who to let into your life. And so, like, it was like a kind of like a mental time frame of my life. Like, it got me thinking a lot, and, like, and this was when, like, I'm, like, you know, towards graduating too as well. And I also remember this perfume was around the time frame that I used to be on my Louis Vuitton kick. Like, you know, like, I would buy, like, you know, bags and do reviews on them, and I would be a part of, like, you know, like, purse forums, and, like, you know, like, Louis Vuitton, like, you know, review community on YouTube back then when I had, like, you know, my other channels. So this really brings back to, like, you know, that part of my life too, where, like, you know, I just, you know, became more engaged in, like, you know, the luxury, the higher end, you know, bags, Louis Vuitton, and I also believe that I had, like, a couple Chanel's back then too. So yeah, it really does bring back, you know, that, you know, fun learning experience time frame of my life. And I made some really great friends, you know, from around the United States, just by talking about purses and just sharing, you know, experience about, like, oh, like, how did this purse works for you, and how does this works for you, and everything like that. It was absolutely divine. We were all obsessive about Louis Vuitton back then. Like, it was like a drug, you guys. Like, if you bought your first Louis Vuitton, you're gonna want like many more, not just one. So yeah, so this perfume reminds me of that time frame in my life, right there, college, living on my own, and also, you know, just having that taste for higher luxury goods. So that's Hypnotic Poison by Dior. So my last will be these two. I know that this is two, but I'm gonna count it as one because I actually mixed these together. So we have Jo Malone Jo Malone 154 and Jo Malone Red Roses right here. So these perfume actually brings me to two very important part of my life. So the first, the main purpose for me to buy these perfume and combining them is for my best friend Amanda's wedding. And so me and Amanda, we met in college in 2009. Right now it's 2019, so 2009. Like, you know, we been through thick and thin. We, go to college parties together. You know, she cooks for me, and like, you know, she studies with me. So like, she was like my college buddy. Like, we did everything together, and we are still really good friends up until today. Like, you know, we're always there for each other. Like, if each one of us like need help, we will be there like in an instant. Like, so. Yeah, so wearing this on her wedding really does, like, you know, remind me of her and also remind me of the friendship and everything that we have been through. So it is a really beautiful time in my life. Like, you know, she's very funny, she's savage like me, and like, you know, she is a very blunt person, very truthful. She's a Leo as well. I get along with Leos, so all the Leos that come into my life are blessings for me. So yeah, I just love it, and her wedding was really beautiful, and shopping for this perfume was really fun, because I just wanted something like, you know, to evoke that memory of like, you know, her special day, and also like, you know, the friendship that I have with her. Oh yeah, and then this also reminds me so much of like, you know, me going to her hometown because we don't live in the same city, and so when I spray this, I just, you know, remember just, you know, taking the road trip, driving to her hometown, like, you know, eating all this good, magnificent food, and just like, you know, go shopping for luxury goods. I think this is also when like I was still on my Louis Vuitton kick as well. So yeah, so it definitely reminded me of her, and also just visiting her, and also like, you know, my college experiences with her. Alright, you guys, so that is the first part of what these duo, kind of remind me of. So now for the second part, it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be, you know, a 180-degree turn. So during the same year of Amanda's wedding, we also found out that my dad had terminal pancreatic cancer. So when I wear this perfume, these duos right here, it reminds me back, you know, to the days where like I would take him to go do his testings, and like, you know, going to the hospital, going to the clinic and everything, and translating for him, and then also like, you know, seeing if like he's healthy enough or he's strong enough to go through surgery, and also being there with him while he's, you know, in surgery. His recovery wasn't very good. It is, you know, it was really scary, but like, you know, I stay strong for like, you know, my family. So like during like the recovery, like I think like he was in the hospital for like maybe like 2 months trying to recover. So, and then when he recovered, we found out that, you know, the cancer has spread. You know, he was, you know, admitted to hospice, and hospice was our house, because he wanted to come back home to live the rest of the days out in the home. He was in hospice for maybe a month and a half. No, 2 months, and then after that he passed away. And so during that time, this was the two perfume that I wore. So every time that I wear this, I definitely think of him and how, like, you know, I really did, you know, bond with him, and also, you know, being there for him, like being his moral support for being, you know, strong to go through, you know, all these testings and going through, like, you know, all these appointments, and also going through the surgery. The surgery was called the Whipple surgery. I heard it was a very dangerous surgery, and sometimes people don't even survive the surgery, but he definitely survived the surgery. But however, the cancer just kept on spreading and spreading and spreading, so ultimately he passed away because of that. So yeah, so this is the reason why these two duos is really important to me, just because it reminds me of you know, my dad, and then also the duties of a son to you know, help him through everything up until his final breath. So yeah, so that's the reason why I picked, you know, Jo Malone 154 and Red Roses right here. Alright you guys, so that is it. That concludes my my tag right here, my 4 fragrances. I hope you guys like it. Thank you so much, Kristen, once again for, you know, tagging me. I had a lot of fun doing this, even though it was so hard to pick 4 fragrances out of like 100 plus the ones that I have. But overall, it was a really fun tag, you guys. I really don't know many people on YouTube, so I tag whoever watching this. If you have a YouTube channel, I really would love to see a video of you doing this tag. And if you do not have a YouTube channel, definitely list the 4 fragrances down below that you will keep for life. Alright you guys, so with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. I'm sending lots of light and love to you all. Take care now. Bye!